Good morning. We woke up nice and early today, 6 a.m-ish, and now we're attempt to climb to the top of Mount Bruce, which is the second tallest mountain in Western Australia. So let's go. I don't think we're gonna make it. That is where we are going. This is where we are. And all the way over there is where we've come from. I've stopped because I've found cotton just growing up on this mountain. Shame I don't know how to make cotton into anything, because I could make a t-shirt. Well, we made it up to where I filmed before, and I'm so happy that the wind has died down somewhat. But this is the next part of the journey. A chain over a precipice. Goodness. I don't think I need to do anything else for the rest of the day. I will, trust me, I will. It's just, while I'm currently in this moment, I'm certainly feeling very much tired, a little bit cold, but thankfully I'm feeling a lot better now that we're behind a windbreak. There's a cool little mining town over there. We had to stop for a big train earlier today. Goodness me, it went on for miles. I tried. I really, really tried. I've stopped. The top of the mountain is behind me-ish. Don't know if you can really see that very well, but the blisters in my feet are killing me. So I don't really think I can go on any further, because whatever I drag up, I then have to come straight back down again. So awesome. I will settle for this view. Not to mention, it's out of the wind, and the wind is still positively Arctic. I do feel a little defeated, but, you know, I tried. I can always come back. But hey, pain's probably not worth it. Well, I know in my last teary-eyed video, I said that was me done. That was it. Well, I made it. With the help of some spare socks some other hikers gave to me, and words of encouragement, I made it to the top. And the view is great. I built a rock tower, I conquered, and now I'm going. Let's do this. That tree branch right there has 2 on me and nil, or two on it and nil to me. I bashed my head going through it the first time, and I bashed my head coming on the way back. So yeah. You'd think I'd learn. I even warned myself and had another verbal warning. But I still managed to just donk. So, you know. Wonder if third time will be the charm. Not that I'm going to try, because I really don't want to bump my head again. we're on our way back to the car park. It was well worth it. The pain was worth it because I'm not in that much pain going downhill. At the moment there's a little bit of discomfort because we're going uphill. But once we reach the top of this little mound, it'll be downhill, no pain, but all gain. Well, we did it. We traversed Mount Bruce, the whole thing. We did it. We also spoke to some lovely grey nomads who were wandering around, and they gave us a little camp spot that I think we're going to check out tonight, which is good, off in the Hammersley Gorge. So yeah, but we came, we conquered, and now we are on our way to Jofra and Weano Gorge. After a spot of lunch and a change of footwear, I'm back in the gorge part of Karijini National Park, and I'm going to go and have a look at some of the more lighter walks of the lookouts, and of course Weano Gorge. Let's do this. I've also put on another jumper because the wind is really, really cold and I don't want to be cold. Walking along one of the most dangerous trails at Karijini National Park in probably the worst possible footwear. But I'm only going to the end to where the handrail is. I'm not going to attempt any further. I just wanted to see the view because it looked really pretty. Yeah. And I have not been disappointed thus far. Well, I managed to make it to Handrail Pool in just... I'm impressed. Not fully there yet, I've got to go down this little bit. But the views are spectacular. That really took me aback driving to Weano Gorges, or the Weano Gorge area, was the amount of bushfires, like the aftermath of the bushfires that I saw either side. It was such a stark contrast to Dales Gorge, which is literally about 50 kilometers further sort of inland. And oh gosh, fires, like the aftermath for days. And standing here inside the actual Weano Gorge right now, you've got the aftermath of bushfires. Like once upon a time this would have been as green and lush as it was just the last video I took, but now it's, you know, burnt. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. But bushfires are an important part of the Australian outback, and it's how quite a lot of plants germinate and pollinate. So, you know, I suppose I shouldn't be too upset knowing that even in all the aftermath of death and destruction, so much good comes from it. Something I have found out since being in Karijini National Park is that not all termites eat wood. Some termites eat this grassy stuff here, the spinifex grass, over wood. So I just found that really, really interesting. And yes, that is probably now a dormant termite mound. The things you learn out in the outback. Back on our third walk for today. We are now at Joffre Gorge and just started walking. Started from up there where those people are, and probably about 50 meters, and this is our view into the actual gorge there. It's very nice, very serene. Fortunately you can't walk down there, so can't get any closer to take any drop down photos. Well, I accidentally went off the beaten track and now my legs feel like I've had a session of acupuncture, but we made it to Joffre Waterfalls. Almost. Our way down to Joffre Falls, but apparently, well, not apparently, we've heard from two separate sources that the waterfall is not running. I mean, I probably could have guessed that when we arrived because it was pretty silent. Yes, wandered down. There is also a swimming spot down here, but I don't think I'll be going for a swim. Yeah. I've just kept pushing and pushing and pushing myself today to new limits, and I'm really glad that I am, because the scenery is amazing, honestly. So this is, or would be, the Joffre waterfall. You can see the channel that it would run down, but look at that. This is the amphitheatre where the water actually gathers and pools in. But it makes me wonder whether this whole area in here would be full of water normally, so that where you actually swim is back where the ladder is. Definitely makes me wonder. For the last thing at Joffre Gorge, which is the lovely little lookout. The lookout was nice. Kind of shame that we didn't have it all to ourselves like we have most of this afternoon. But it was good. We provided some advice on how to get to where we were for some people down inside the gorge where we just were. Now we're headed back to the car to visit the final gorge from this entrance, the Knox Gorge. And hopefully we will catch the sunset on the lookout. We missed sunset at Knox Gorge, unfortunately, but the backdrop of the sky hills is just, oh, the view is just lovely. The phone camera doesn't quite do it justice because it goes a gradient from sort of a blue to an orange to a lovely dark purple down in parts. It's very, very nice. But either way, I mean, I got to see a dingo, so I won't complain to missing a sunset over seeing a dingo, which I have not seen yet. Hopefully the time lapse that just played before of us getting to Knox Gorge shows you the dingo. Fingers crossed. We're just on the lookout right now, and this bridge is pretty rickety. It gets quite a sway to it. I mean, I'm not afraid of heights, but it doesn't exactly instill confidence in me. We made it to just almost outside of Hammersley Gorge. I am starving. It is very dark outside, but we found this lovely little campground through word of mouth from some lovely people who were travelling around. So this is where we're staying tonight, so that we have easy access into Hammersley Gorge for tomorrow. I'm ready to eat dinner and I'm ready to go to sleep. I'm tired. Unfortunately, I feel absolutely gross and disgusting, and there's no showers for tonight. Hopefully there'll be a shower in store for tomorrow, because Lord knows I need one. The joys of camping. I have just put up at the stop, put up the tent, got dinner in that pot there, and now it's fully served and ready to eat. I love the camping life, even though there have been so many hiccups. Oh, and not to mention, when I pulled up earlier and unloaded the tray, it was a sea of red. It was as if I'd taken half the dirt road with me. So yeah, I'll get better at sealing up the car. I think I know where some more spots are that need sealing. I just have to do it and have to clean the car before I put the sealant on. So fingers crossed it gets solved soon, because otherwise red is the new black.